Mali has been among the top 10 gold-producing countries in the world. However, its gold was never used for the welfare of its people. Rather, all the mined gold was exported out of the country, reaching Western countries that benefited from gold that belonged to Mali. In this way, despite having gold reserves, Mali's economic situation declined, while that of European countries that did not have their own gold became stronger than ever. Everybody could see that European countries were looting Mali's natural resources without facing any resistance. Little did Mali's leaders try to avoid that because they knew they would be replaced if they tried, and better puppets would be put in their place. But now, something different is happening. Since a military junta is ruling Mali, it can make decisions that require courage. Instead of allowing gold exploitation to continue, Mali's president, Colonel Assimi Goïta, has decided to collaborate with Russia and establish a gold refinery in Mali. This will be the largest gold refinery in West Africa. However, what will be its capacity? When will it be built? And how could Mali change its fate with this agreement? Let's find that out in this video. Mali has scared the West in a stunning move, ending its plan to continue looting its gold forever. Malian authorities have officially announced an agreement with Russia to establish a gold refinery in Bamako, the nation's capital. This marks one of the latest collaborative efforts between the two nations, with a significant focus on constructing West Africa's most extensive gold refinery, boasting an annual capacity of 200 tons. The memorandum is slated to be in effect for an undisclosed 4-year period. According to Mali's authorities, the project aims to achieve comprehensive oversight of gold production, ensuring the accurate application of all associated taxes and duties. In 2022, Mali, a major gold producer in Africa, recorded a gold output of 72.2 tons, with 66.2 tons attributed to industrial production, marking an 88.4% increase, as the Malian Statistical Agency reported. Gold constitutes approximately 1/4 of Mali's fiscal revenues, positioning the country as a prominent gold producer on the continent. However, despite becoming a major portion of the country's GDP, gold does not bring as much revenue for Mali as it should. In other words, Mali has to allow foreign companies to mine 10 times more gold to get the same revenue other countries achieve for 1/10 of mining. To ensure that Mali's gold resources are not exploited and paid for fairly, Mali's Colonel Goïta has decided to sign an agreement with Russia. You should know that recent years have seen strengthened relations between Mali and Russia, especially following the May 24, 2021, coup and the withdrawal of French forces from Operation Barkhane in 2022. The agreement, set for a duration of 4 years, lacks a specified timeline for construction. If realized, the gold refinery would become the largest in Mali. Minister of Economy and Finance Olusegun Sanu underscored that the facility would enable comprehensive control over gold production and facilitate the accurate implementation of all associated taxes and duties. This agreement highlights Russia's expanding interests in Mali, a significant gold-producing nation in Africa, particularly as Western influence in the region diminishes. Mark Bristow, CEO of Barrick, expressed his view that the West's decision to withdraw from Mali is a misstep. He emphasized the need for the Western world to demonstrate a commitment to supporting establishing an appropriate civilian government in this critical historical moment. Bristow aims to engage in negotiations concerning the recent modifications to Mali's mining code. He noted that understanding the implications of the new mining code, primarily formulated by military officials who are not economists or miners but predominantly colonels, takes time. However, on August 29th, Mali's interim president, Assimi Goïta, officially endorsed a new mining code into law. The updated code in Mali enables state and local investors to acquire stakes in mining projects, raising the limit from the previous 20% to 35%. This adjustment is anticipated to more than double the mining sector's contribution to Mali's gross domestic product, reaching around 20%. The government asserts that this modification will help tackle a shortfall in production revenues. To champion sustainable mining practices, the new code integrates stringent environmental regulations designed to mitigate the adverse impact of mining activities. These measures include curbing deforestation, addressing water pollution, and preventing soil degradation. The aspect of securing benefits for Malians is tackled by promoting national ownership of mineral resources. This is achieved by mandating mining companies to form joint ventures with state-owned enterprises in Mali, giving the government a more substantial role in managing its mineral resources. Since the code raises the government's share of mining profits from 20% to 30%, Mali can earn $1 billion in surplus annually. What's more, the state will have a larger stake in the company, unlike before when it only had a few percent. This will also ensure that mining companies are obligated to adhere to more rigorous environmental standards, including adopting cleaner technologies and investing in reforestation and rehabilitation. The code also mandates mining companies to reinvest a portion of their profits into local communities, potentially improving infrastructure, providing education and healthcare services, and creating job opportunities. Mali's finance minister said that the agreement with Russia will allow Mali to control all gold production and correctly apply all taxes and duties. This agreement mirrors Russia's growing interests in Mali, a significant gold producer in Africa, particularly as Western influence in the region diminishes. Alongside the Gold Refinery Pact, Russia's state nuclear energy company Rosatom inked a deal in October with Mali to explore minerals and produce nuclear energy. Sanao also mentioned finalizing a deal with a Russian firm to construct a 200 to 300 megawatt solar power plant by mid-2025. You should know that the ground in Mali is fertile for another country like Russia to enter. However, this fertile land will be only available if the new allying country offers equal benefits to Mali. Since Mali's military expelled French troops last year, Russia has a valuable chance to collaborate with Mali. The military subsequently collaborated with the Russian military contractor Wagner Group, renowned for its operations across Africa, including lucrative mining deals. To understand how groundbreaking Mali's agreement with Russia is, you must know about Mali's gold and historic exploitation. The industrial gold production in Mali amounted to 66.2 tons last year, predominantly from mines owned by Barrick Gold, B2 Gold, Resolute Mining, Allied Gold, and Endeavour Mining. Mali's mining industry primarily focuses on extracting gold, including diamonds, rock salt, phosphates, semi-precious stones, bauxite, iron ore, and manganese. Over time, the significance of mining and raw mineral production has evolved, involving various foreign players, notably France, the former Soviet Union, and South Africa. Gold, followed by cotton, takes center stage as the top export item, playing a significant role in the country's economy. The roots of gold extraction in Mali trace back to ancient times when simple tools were used before the introduction of modern mechanized systems. This tradition dates to the monarchy of Islamic emperors, with salt and gold being pivotal commodities in the trans-Saharan trade from Timbuktu and Jenne. In the 1300s, Emperor Mansa Musa I of the Mali Empire amassed considerable wealth through the gold trade, making him one of history's wealthiest individuals. The Mali Empire's strategic location along the Niger River basin positioned it as a hub for vital trans-Saharan trade routes, exerting control over the trade of gold, salt, and kola nuts in North and West Africa. Gold's importance waned during colonial times, particularly under French rule for over 75 years. France, focusing on coastal colonies like Senegal, did not prioritize gold production. Mali's economic sectors remained largely undeveloped, with agriculture, especially cotton production for export, taking precedence. French colonial rule marked the end of the trans-Saharan trade, redirecting attention to exporting commodities for France's economic benefit. Despite these shifts, artisanal mining, which is hand-operated gold mining, persisted in local communities during the colonial period. Post-independence and the Cold War era witnessed a surge in industrial gold production in Mali. The regimes of Moussa Traoré and Modibo Keïta, the first two presidents of Mali, aligned with the Soviet Union, resulting in the initiation of industrial gold mining primarily supported by the Soviet Union. Notably, the Kalana gold mine in southwestern Mali received substantial funding and development from the Soviet Union. However, with the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, support for the operation vanished, leading to the plant's closure. By the mid-1990s, South African mining companies took a predominant role in Mali's mining landscape. some foreign companies are trying to revive closed-down Soviet-supported mines in Mali. The Sahel region of Africa, shared by Mali and neighboring countries, plays a crucial role in both industrial and artisanal gold mining. Mali's southern regions, including Sikasso, Koulikoro, and Kayes, are central to the Sahel and account for the majority of the country's gold production. Unlike many other African gold producers, Mali's gold extraction is particularly cost-effective and profitable for companies. Yes, it's only profitable for companies, not for the state and its people. This is due to the prevalence of surface mines and lower labor costs. You see, foreign investors and companies predominantly carry out industrial gold mining in Mali. Major players include AngloGold Ashanti, Randgold, IAMGold, and several smaller Canadian and Australian organizations. Four key mines, Sadiola, Morila, Yatela, and Sayama, contributed significantly to the initial years of industrial gold mining. Artisanal gold mining also plays a substantial role, with an estimated 300 to 350 artisanal gold mines employing around 400,000 workers. Manual gold extraction has increased as an economic activity since the late 1980s. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. Gold's economic importance in Mali has grown significantly. Between 1984 and 2008, mining became a pivotal component of Mali's economy, increasing from 1.5% to 8% of GDP. Mali became the third largest gold producer in Africa during this period. From 1995 to 2000 alone, gold production in the country more than doubled. In 2021, gold constituted 80% of Mali's total exports, supporting the livelihoods of approximately 2 million Malians. However, despite being a major portion of exports, gold was not being compensated fairly. That's because foreign companies had a major share in the gold mines and offered only fractions to Mali. What's more, the smuggling of gold became a politically sensitive issue, exacerbated by political unrest in Mali. The government's diminishing control over gold-producing regions in the south and challenges faced by the French army in halting illicit activities by mafia-like groups have intensified the problem. However, there have been reports that the French troops were themselves involved in gold smuggling. Beyond gold, Mali also extracts diamonds, primarily from the Kenyaba region, located 500 kilometers west of Bamako. Prospected kimberlite pipes with diamondiferous potential are yet to be developed. Phosphate mining occurs in the Tilimsi Valley, albeit to a limited extent. Other established mineral resources include bauxite reserves of 1.1 billion tons. Between Kenyaba and Bamako, iron ore reserves of 146 million tons, mostly from Blé, and a manganese reserve of 10 million tons in Osongo. Semi-precious stones such as amethyst, epidote, garnet, prehnite, and quartz are also extracted. Some amount of diamond is obtained as a byproduct during gold extraction. 13 international mining companies conduct gold mining, and the United States Geological Survey estimates Mali's lithium resources to be around 700,000 tons. But gold benefits never reach the general public. As European powers, notably France, expanded their colonial influence in West Africa in the 19th century, Mali became a focal point. France's colonization of Mali in 1892 marked the beginning of an era characterized by intensive European exploitation of Mali's gold resources. Following colonization, France imposed its own mining laws on Mali, granting exclusive rights to French companies for gold exploration and extraction. These laws effectively marginalized Malian miners, favoring French interests. Colonial authorities also bestowed extensive land concessions upon French mining companies, often employing exploitative labor practices, including forced labor and meager wages for Malian workers. The French colonial government imposed heavy taxes on gold production, diverting significant profits away from Mali and into French coffers. This taxation system hampered Mali's economic development and exacerbated poverty among its people. The exploitation of Mali's gold resources during European colonial rule had a profound and lasting impact on the country. Despite Mali's vast gold wealth, it did not translate into economic prosperity for its people. Instead, it fueled the colonial economy of France, leaving Malians impoverished and marginalized. The diversion of gold profits to France deprived Mali of the resources needed for its own economic development. Infrastructure, education, and healthcare remained underdeveloped, perpetuating poverty among Malians. The exploitation of gold disrupted traditional Malian mining practices and social structures, leading to resentment and social unrest. In 1960, Mali gained independence from France. However, the legacy of colonial exploitation continued to shape the country's economic and political landscape. The legacy of European plunder loomed large over Mali. The post-colonial era witnessed ongoing efforts to assert control over Mali's gold resources, with the government nationalizing the industry to break the grip of foreign companies and retain profits within the country. Now, Russia's increasing involvement in Mali's gold sector can be attributed to a combination of factors driven by Mali's desire to diversify its economic alliances, Russia's strategic interests in Africa, and the potential for collaborative efforts in the gold mining industry. Russia's role as a partner in Mali's gold sector aligns with Mali's goal of economic diversification. Mali sees Russia as a potential source of investment, technological expertise, and know-how in the gold mining industry, a sector crucial for the nation's economic progress. You should know that Russia's growing presence in Africa is part of a broader strategy influenced by economic, political, and strategic considerations. Russia is drawn to Africa's abundant natural resources to fuel its own economy and views the continent as a growing market for its goods and services. Politically, Russia is actively cultivating relationships with African nations, aiming to counter the influence of Western powers and establish potential allies in international forums. The partnership between Mali and Russia in the gold sector holds promise for mutually beneficial cooperation. Mali stands to gain access to Russia's expertise and technology in gold mining, while Russia can secure access to Mali's gold resources, expanding its influence in the African market. In this context, the recent development of signing an agreement paves the way for gold mining that will benefit Mali equally. Additionally, Russia's military support to Mali in countering insurgency has contributed to its growing influence in the country, fostering economic cooperation in the gold sector. However, as is the case with any partnership, there are challenges and considerations. Transparency and accountability are crucial, necessitating clear governance structures to prevent corruption and environmental damage. Mali has to ensure that it not only changes exploiters, but also keeps the new partner in its place. Therefore, ensuring local communities benefit from gold mining is vital, with revenues directed towards infrastructure, education, and healthcare in gold-producing regions. Creating a gold refinery in Mali delivers substantial economic advantages to the country. Presently, Mali exports most of its gold without refinement, resulting in lower prices on the global market. Introducing a domestic gold refinery in Mali would allow for local refining, adding value to the product and boosting export revenue. The construction and operation of the refinery would generate numerous jobs in Mali, contributing to employment rates and overall economic growth. Furthermore, the refinery would spur the development of related industries, including transportation and logistics. The gold refining process itself generates significant revenue, which could be channeled into funding government programs, infrastructure development, and social services. This can enhance the well-being of Malians and foster the country's overall economic development. As of now, Mali exports 70% of its gold in unrefined form, missing the opportunity to make more profits if it is refined and then exported. After establishing the refinery, Mali could monetize it, adding value to the gold and increasing revenue. There is potential for a 10% value addition through the refining process and the creation of up to 5,000 direct jobs. Another pivotal aspect of establishing a gold refinery in Mali is the improvement of transparency and accountability in the gold production and trade sector. Presently, there is limited oversight of artisanal gold mining activities, and gold smuggling poses a significant challenge. A refinery would serve as a centralized location for gold refining, facilitating better tracking and monitoring of gold production. This would aid in reducing smuggling and ensure the payment of taxes on all gold produced. You should know that artisanal gold mining accounts for approximately 20% of Mali's gold production, annually making a dent of $100 million due to gold smuggling. A strategic move for Mali involves reducing its dependence on external refining and repatriating gold profits. Currently, the country relies on external refineries for its gold refining, which limits control over the refining process and subjects Malians to fees charged by foreign refineries. Establishing a gold refinery in Mali would empower the country to refine its gold domestically, bringing back profits currently lost to foreign companies. This shift would grant Mali greater control over its gold resources and increase its share of the profits from gold production. Currently, Mali earns less because it has to send around 80% of its gold to external refineries, with foreign refinery fees reaching as high as 10% of the value of gold. The gold refinery can help Mali save billions of dollars in profits lost to foreign companies. Hence, the collaboration between Mali and Russia in establishing a gold refinery reflects a strategic alliance influenced by Russia's growing presence in Africa and its specific interest in Mali's gold sector. However, it's not exclusively beneficial to Russia. It's a win-win collaboration where both countries will benefit. It will provide Russia an opportunity to bolster its influence in Africa. By establishing a gold refinery in Mali, Russia can solidify its position on the continent, which boasts abundant natural resources and is undergoing economic growth. This strategic move would enable Russia to expand its trade and investment connections with African nations, serving as a counterbalance to the influence of Western powers in the region. Additionally, Mali holds a prominent position as one of the world's leading gold producers, and a gold refinery would give Russia direct access to these valuable resources. This not only secures Russia's gold supply, but also has the potential to increase its own gold exports. Furthermore, setting up a gold refinery in Mali would empower Russia to expand its market share in the gold mining industry, fostering economic growth and job creation for Russian workers. At the same time, Mali stands to reap significant benefits from this collaboration. Despite its vast gold reserves, Mali currently lacks the infrastructure to refine its own gold. Establishing a gold refinery would allow Mali to monetize these resources, generating essential revenue for the government. The construction of a gold refinery would have positive ripple effects, including job creation and a boost to the local economy. This initiative would also lead to the development of critical infrastructure, such as roads and power plants, contributing to overall economic progress. A pivotal advantage for Mali is the potential establishment of an autonomous gold industry. A local gold refinery would decrease Mali's reliance on foreign companies, affording the Malian government greater control over its gold resources. What do you think? Is it a good step by Colonel Goita to make Mali economically strong? Can Russia be a better partner than other European countries that have exploited Mali's natural resources for decades? Let us know your thoughts on what Colonel Goita should do to ensure the gold benefits the people of Mali this time. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.